ERC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
You've clicked on the Weather Xtreme video. I'm ABC 3340 meteorologist Brian Peters, and before we start on today's weather briefing, let's go ahead and look at a picture I captured yesterday. This was kind of an interesting satellite view, and we were getting some high cirrus clouds in central Alabama from that low pressure area over South Carolina, and I just thought that was kind of a nifty picture. This morning, here's a look at Birmingham, and zoomed in on Legion Field there. Certainly beginning to see a little light of day, and from Huntsville, certainly can see a bright sky this morning, and kind of a nice picture from Jasper. So a beautiful morning with cool temperatures. Once again, surface map, we've got that surface low over the Carolinas, the western Carolinas and northeastern Georgia, and another front across the north central United States that will be affecting us on Tuesday, with the only potential for rain in the foreseeable future. The upper level pattern, the 500 millibar, 18,000 feet or so, overlaid on the water vapor imagery, and we can see that little upper low over western North Carolina that will be with us for another day before exiting off to the northeast. Temperatures across the United States, actually I think you could say this is relatively mild. We only see some really cold temperatures up over north central Canada. Across central Alabama, the wind is calm this morning. Look at no wind barbs to speak of, and temperatures generally in the 50s. I'm sure that with probably a few cooler spots reached the upper 40s, although the cloud cover probably helped to keep temperatures up just a little bit. Now, we're watching three areas. We're watching Kyle, but Kyle no threat to the United States, it appears, although it will probably brush the New England area. An area over the Yucatan that is not forecast to develop anything right now because it's over land, and then another area out in the Atlantic. Let's take a look at the big picture. Here's the big picture. Of course, we can see over the Yucatan that area of disturbed weather. We've got Kyle off the, just to the west of Bermuda. And then we've got that area of disturbed weather, which is not showing much in the way of signs out in the central Atlantic. Now, here's a closer look at Kyle. This is kind of a hybrid combination visible satellite picture, but I like the visible look there. And Kyle, of course, forecast to become a hurricane. The last I saw was about 60 knots, but forecast that it could become a hurricane. But then it will transition to a subtropical low as it heads into the Canadian Maritimes. Now, the QPF, we could stop the forecast right now. The QPF pretty well says it. We're getting the rain over South Florida as a result of that tropical air down there and that disturbed area over the Yucatan. We've got the heavy rain over New England from Kyle, and then, of course, a little bit of about 2 inches over the Carolinas from that disturbance. And by the way, I just checked this morning, and Boston and Portland, Maine, are both above normal. Portland are around a foot above normal, and Boston about 9 inches above normal for rainfall for 2008. So they don't need it, but they're going to get it. All right, here's the 06Z GFS model run. And this is the 500 millibar pattern for Sunday at 1 o'clock. And there goes Kyle and our little low up over just off New England. And at the surface, you can see there's the primary center of Kyle. And we're also watching that little disturbance over the Yucatan, but for all intents and purposes, we're dry. Monday, we're dry. The front heads our way. Tuesday, the front kind of comes through, but it looks like we'll probably be dry. Now, that's probably our only chance at any precipitation, and yeah, we'll probably see a few showers around, but I seriously doubt that many people will get wet, at least the way it looks right now. By Wednesday, the 500 millibar pattern has changed dramatically, and we're now in a very strong northwesterly flow. So look for some pretty cool temperatures by Wednesday and Thursday morning across central Alabama. But the bottom line is we stay dry. That little tropical system crosses Florida and heads off past the Carolina coast. By Thursday, we're still dry, large high pressure over the pretty much the eastern half of the country. That high settles in over the mid-Mississippi River Valley and over our area on Friday. And it's looking pretty good for the races at Talladega right now. I know James was talking about how it was kind of oscillating. Well, we've oscillated back to dry now. By Saturday, we're seeing the retreat of that deeper low, the deeper trough, but we're seeing little short waves. However, if the atmosphere remains dry, those short waves won't do much for us. And according to the GFS, with the high centered over the Ohio River Valley and the Tennessee River Valley, it looks like we're going to stay dry. And the pattern continues to flatten out on Sunday the 5th. And with that, of course, we stay dry. So right now, looks great for Talladega. All right, let's go out into Voodoo just a little bit. And we'll note on the 10th, this is Friday the 10th of October, we'll notice a good strong short wave coming through the flow in the western Great Lakes area. And that may help to, as the high shifts off to the east of Alabama, help to increase the southerly flow, and that may give us some chances for rain around the 10th or so. And then wanted to note that that trough really drops in by the 11th, and then look at these thicknesses. Look at the 540 line all the way down to the Kentucky-Tennessee border. Well, you know what this is. It's voodoo, but it's kind of fun to watch. Well, appreciate you tuning in to the Weather Extreme video. I expect to have the next one posted tomorrow morning around 8 o'clock. Hope that you have a great Saturday, and God bless.